Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning to all. Welcome in new chapter of Principle of Management, which is topic number 9, chapter number 10. Don't be confused. Topic number 9. In our last lecture, we had covered topic number 10, right? Today, topic number 9, chapter number 10, which is about organizational change and innovation. So, how can I be more creative at the work? This is my questions to you. So these are the steps which can help you to these all help us to become a change agent. Wow, change agent, the person who bring the change. That's called change agent also. Okay, how? Creativity is the process of generating novel ideas. Yeah, creativity, number one. Creations of new idea. Proactive learning. Not passive learner. Proactive learner. Positive approach. Problem solving and self motivations. So let's see and discuss more in detail about change. Basically, this is all addressing to change. How? The nature of the change in organizations, fundamental change, two types of change, forces of change outside or inside organization. Let's discuss these all one by one. Fundamental change, what will you be called on to deal with? How the marketplace is becoming more segmented and moving toward more niche products. I mean, more focused products. Okay. More specific products, of course. It's need more specialty, more new ideas, right? Once we introduce new products, it's a required change. More competitors are offering targeted product requiring fast speed to market. Yeah, fast speed to market also need change. Okay, change behavior. Some traditional companies may not survive radical change. Incremental, radical change. You try to understand these things. Totally new things. But they cannot provide if they not they provide, they will be lose the competitions. So offshore suppliers are changing the way we work. Yes. Knowledge, not information. So we also about basically, yes, offshore suppliers. Offshore suppliers mean, don't be confused about it. The companies who they assist other companies. And in simple meaning, the companies who provide services to other foreign companies, international companies, is called offshore suppliers. Okay, for here again, the traditional, I mean, the companies may not survive radical change. I mean, totally transformation, total change of the company. Transformation is it's hard for time sometimes. Okay, so these are the things we transform. Okay, knowledge, not information is becoming the new competitive advantage. Yeah, knowledge is coming, not only information. Okay, knowledge, because we abstract our knowledge from the available informations. Okay, so knowledge becomes without knowledge we cannot be the creativity. So these are the factors we try to understand. Okay, so two types of the change, reactive and proactive. Reactive change, responding to unanticipated problems and opportunities. Eventually, any problems comes, how you are reactive, how you are fast to respond these problems, and how you are fast, good to avail new opportunity is available if available in the market. Understand? So proactive change, managing anticipated problem and opportunity also in the futures. We always be ready in advance. Okay. One more thing is we don't be confused here, I also provided the detail in later. Maybe if you forget, here below in the slides. Okay, managing anticipated problem opportunities. This is proactive in contrast to reactive change, proactive change, planned change. Yeah, planned involve making carefully thoughts changes in anticipated or possible expected opportunities. Understand? So in future they already have the plan. It's not meaning once something is happened then they are reactive like this one, reactive change. This one they already bring the change or be ready or in advance already have the plan. Okay, so the forces for change outside and inside the organizations. These are the some forces for your understanding. You can okay. So outside forces, demographic demographic characteristics like age, education, skill level, gender, immigrations. Like one of the person immigration rights came outside of Malaysia and working in the Malaysia. Okay, technological advancements. Yeah, in daily basis, technology is changing. Manufacturing automations, yeah, robot we are working, information like a AI, shareholder, customer, and the broader stakeholder concern, changing customer preferences, yes, domestic international competitions, merger acquisition, many companies are become a partner or big companies buying the small companies, mergers. Okay, so the two companies, if they're not performing, not good, they merge together. Acquisition, big company buy the small company. Okay, social and the political pressure also, war, values, yeah, war, Ukraine, Russia war, Israel, Palestine war, it's changing the dynamics and the leadership styles also. So these are the outsourced forces, outside. So inside, let's see the inside forces. So human resource, yeah, unmet needs, job dissatisfactions, absenteeism and turnover, they're leaving, their jobs, productivity, pressure increasing, okay, participation and suggestions also becoming more and more. Managers' behavior also conflict, have a more conflict or less conflict. Because basically these are the forces we must consider for the change. Okay. If positive aspect, high change. If in negative aspect, like a leadership, good, very good. If good, bring the good change. If not good, uh, maybe the resistance for the change. Reward system also, good reward system, yes, supporting the change. If not good reward system, maybe discouraging the change. Structural reorganizations in many companies changing their structures also, understand? So these are the factors, need for change, yes. Consider for the change. If you will not consider, you cannot bring the change. So we must consider these all outside forces or inside forces, understand? Another one is the forms and the model of the change. So these are the three things, are the three forms of the change. Levin's change model also and system approach to the change. Let's discuss one by one. Three forms of the change. Forms least threatening to the most threatening. Wow, least threatening, adaptive change. We have seen stuff like this before. Okay, this one is adaptive change. We already have some change and we just bring copy paste, maybe we can say. Somewhat threatening. I mean, innovative change. Yeah, this is something new for this company, totally new. Something new, something not totally new, maybe half new. Okay, first one is just copy, no problem. Okay, the last one, very threatening, radical innovation change. This is a brand new things in our industry. That means if you will not bring the change, you will stay. Okay, but maybe least threatening. Okay, something happened new, like a mobile companies. They introduce new packages. Okay, it's okay, no problem. We also can introduce the same package, no problem. But somewhat threatening. I mean, the medium threatening. Okay, maybe they bring some changes. Okay, maybe the mobiles like a iPhone, they they add the side button. Okay, maybe not totally, they didn't change the total whole mobile, which is difficult to compete the market, right? Okay, they say, okay, we also can introduce the side button. Okay, for the photo, they also can be or cannot be, maybe medium type of, but very threatening, totally new innovations, new things comes in the market. If you cannot, like Apple, I'm giving you another example. Apple AI, Apple Intelligence, right? Apple Intelligence is the one introduced this concept, by the way, in the industry. Okay, we are going to Apple Intelligence, but they are unsuccessful. But on the other side, Samsung introduced the AI system, very effective AI systems, right? Working better than uh, Apple. Even now, soon in the next model, they will provide the offline AI also. Even no internet, you still can use AI, right? That is the threatening for Apple, maybe losing their competitions also. Okay, Lehman's change model, unfreezing, okay, changing, then refreezing. How? Unfreezing, creating the motivation to change. Motivate your management, motivate your employees. This is unfreezing. They wake up call. Okay, please, if we will not bring that change, we cannot be survive in the market. We will lose the competitions. You know, change is the only constant, and every customer like change, and they demand change. If we not bring the change, we will lose the competitions. The biggest example is Shopee and the Lazada in Malaysia, right? Shopee brings the new innovations, many things they introduce new. That's where they lead the competitions now, number one, right? Online market in Malaysia now. Changing, learning new ways of doing things. Yeah, they say must do, learns new things. Refreezing, making the new ways normal. Yes. Okay. Then maybe after some time, maybe when they, number one, unfreezing, maybe many people will resist. Okay. Then you start working on it, maybe refreezing. Yes. After that become normal. Everybody will support the change and also bring the new changes as well. Or maybe this will become a culture. So Lehman's model of change here also you can say unfreezing, creating the motivation to change, learn new ways of doing things, changing, and rephrasing support and reinforce the change. Here, system approach to change, the third point. Imports, why should we change? Yeah, how willing and able are we to change? These are the questions. Yeah, it's come with resistance. Yes, they will come. Imports must be the reasons, right? Must we tell or must motivate? Logics. Okay. Number two, targets elements of change. Which levers can we pull that will produce the change we want? Yeah, lever. We put less effort and can get maximum output. Lever, Fulcrum? Efforts. Okay. So output, what result do we want from the change? Yeah, must tells. Like if a result is good, is a bigger, might be easy to implement the change. System approach to change also, feedback. How is the change working and what alternation need to be made? Yes, once you apply the change, must get the feedback. Okay, must follow. Okay, we are going on right way or not. Force field analysis, which forces facilitate change and which resist it? Yes, we see the forces, and if good, some are good forces, some are bad forces. Good forces facilitate the change. Okay, we support. If some forces resist the change, please remove or control those forces. Applying the system model of change, then we can apply this system model successfully. That is called also system model of change. So here is the picture also, inputs, target elements, and the outputs in the pictorial demonstrations you can see in the more in detail. Let's see like why should we change, how willing are or able are we to change. Okay, how inputs are organization, mission statement, visions, strategic plan, analysis of organization, readiness for the change. They are ready or not for the change, right? Readiness, we must check inputs. And the target elements of the change, we must consider which levers can we pull that will produce the change we want. Yes, so people, ability, attitude, behavior, organizational arrangement, policies, procedure, rules, structure, rewards, method, process, workflows, job design, everything. Because once we change it, we bring new things, we change according to that things, even approach, work style, structure. Social factor also, organizational culture also, maybe some resist, some support, or bring the change culture also. Two inputs nodes also, any change made in each and every target element will okay, or ripple across the entire. Yes, consequently, the organizational change ultimately affects the people in it and vice versa. Of course, will change. Earlier I discussed will change our overall thing, by the way. Okay, what do we want from that change? Okay, change may be designed to occur at the level of organization, group level, and division. Yes, or you are going to change overall organizations. You just only maybe the department, group, or maybe the individual levels also. Maybe managers change, management thinking change, and about the innovations. Anyway, so next topic is about what can OD be used for? How OD, I mean development, organizational development. Understand? Organizational level and effectiveness of organizational development. OD mean organizational development. So don't be confused. What can OD be used for? Okay, improve individual, team, and organizational performance, revitalizing organization, adapting to mergers. They're going to merge because maybe they say they are underperformer. Let's see. Diagnose what is the problem. Must see the problem because solution change always bring the solution of the problem. Intervention, we do about it? What shall we do about it? About it mean about the problem. Intervention, evaluation, how well has the intervention worked when you intervene, how it will work. Feedback, how can diagnose and intervention be further refined to solve the problem. Effectiveness of OD, multiple intervention also, management support also, goals geared to both short and long-term results. Yes, OD is affected by the culture as well. Goals, short-term and long-term. We discussed in our last lecture also. So improve it. So OD process here in the pictorial damage question. Diagnose, what is the problem? Intervention, what shall we do about it? Yeah, think about it or propose the solutions. Evaluations, how well has the intervention works? Yeah, what solution you propose is really working or not working. How can diagnose the further refine? If you have a problem, then start from the diagnose, intervention, evaluation again. Continuous process, by the way. So now the second point is a very important thing. Once you bring the change, that also called innovations. Introductions of new goods, services, right? It's called innovations. In simple meaning, approaches to innovations, innovation system supporting forces for innovations, types of innovations, product innovation and process innovations also. The nature of innovation, basically two types. Maybe further we explain or not, let me check. Two types of the radical or incremental. Radical mean total new change. I mean total new product, totally new products. Okay, mean radical innovations. And incremental innovation, they just some feature, they added some features only. Okay, that is called incremental. Like Apple, every year they introduce incremental, not they don't radical. Incremental means, yeah, in the early time they introduced the radical, okay, total new mobile, new operating system, everything, right? After that they just improve, right? That is called incremental. And further they have basically divided the further types of innovations on that, also divided in further types like a product innovation, process innovation, service innovation. Anyways, let's see. First we see product innovations. Apple, like a focus of innovation, improvement only mean incremental. Apple iPhone, like even 11 generation version since first introduced in first time they introduced in 2007. Okay, then focus of innovation, new direction mean driverless cars. This is totally new innovations. Okay, product innovations, incremental, radical. Okay, so radical mean focus innovations, new directions mean radical. So okay, sorry, radical, yeah, new cars, major automobiles manufacturing and driverless car. So process, how we bringing the process in process, how we bringing the incremental and radical innovations, like a 3D printing. Alcoa's use of 3D printing in its manufacturing process. They already have a printing, they just add one further innovations, right? Further innovations, new features, but not they change the totally new printing process, right? But they just bring some change. I mean, some some one factor law, one. Okay, that is called incremental, by the way, in the process. 3D, this is the example. Home construction, panelized home. Yeah, before nobody introduced this type of homes, right? This is a totally new idea in process lab, in process innovation. This is called also radical innovations. Understand? Let's see approaches to innovation, the types of innovation, focus of innovation. Can an innovation go too far? Let's see one by one. See, remote surveillance of the agriculture. They are doing spray. Okay, spray mean, pesticides, using chemicals to kill the insects, harmful insects, which can eat their plants, right? Okay, even you can see, even types of innovation we discuss focus of innovation. Can innovation go too far? Yeah, even what we are doing now, even in golf, our UUM golf, you can see the robot watering system. They give the water to the grass, the golf grass, through they spray the water through robots. This is also one of the innovation, and still keep going. We people keep going. An innovation system, the supporting forces for innovations, right here. Like create an innovation strategy. Yeah, overall approach, overall plan. Okay, so bring the innovations culture, commitment from the senior leaders. I mean the managers. They first be committed first. They must be committed, and they are the basically change agents. Foster innovation culture and climate. Yes. Bring the innovation culture inside the organizations. First, everybody think about new ideas and implement the new process of product innovation. Required structure and process also. Of course, once we bring, or once we going to produce a new products, of course, that is bring the change. Everything we have to people working style, structure also, bring the more resources, okay, to apply the change, to apply the innovations, right? Okay, develop the necessary human capital. See, human resource policies, practices, procedure, appropriate resources. We also need the resources once we produce new things, right? Okay, components of the, so another radical change, Okay, see, components of innovation systems. Please try to understand. Innovation strategy, commitment of leaderships, innovations in the culture, required structure, process, necessary human capital, human policies, practices, appropriate resources. Yeah, these all are interconnected. If not interconnected, it will not bring the change. Understand? Okay, threats of the change, managing employees and resistance. Now here, let's see. We are going to discuss the resistance. Okay, specters, reasons. Let's see one by one. Causes of resistance to change. Employee characteristics, change agent characteristics, change agent employee relationships. How? Employee characteristics, maybe these kinds we have to see. They are less motivated. They are resistance, like our generation. Why? Most of the recent one is our top managers belong to Bobby Winner or Bobby Boomer, or maybe Tap Y. They are not more dynamic according to the research law as compared to Alpha or Z generations, and they are controlling Alpha and Z generation, and Alpha and Z generations demanding for that change. They dynamic, like you people, generation Z, dynamic, they support change, but the higher management, they don't support. These are also characteristics, right? Employee characteristics. Okay, change agent characteristics also. I know the persons who bring the change, that is called change agents. And then change agent and employee relationships. Change agent means the managers, okay? Or maybe employee also can be the change agent as well. So if somebody bring the change, everybody will be against of them. No, 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 no. We don't like change. This person, why he bring the and give the new ideas? Maybe everybody will be against of them. This is also resistance agents, right? Relationship, maybe weak relationship between employees and the change agent. 10 reason employee resistance change. So we are going to discuss in the detail, right? Individual predisposition toward change. They are not I mean, the how people react to change depends on a lot on how they learn to handle change. Ambiguity as a children, they are not clear about the change, okay, disposition of change, or maybe they are not ready, or it's hard to learning for them. That's why individual predisposition toward change. Okay, surprise and fear of unknown. Yeah, they don't know what will be happen if they support the change. Climate of mistrust also. Yeah, maybe the trust involves reciprocal faith in others, intervention, intention, and the behavior. Mistrust encourages secrecy, okay, which causes deeper mistrust, putting even well conceived change at risk of failure. They're not sure what will be happening this way. That type of mistrust will be increased, or don't know, they are going to implement new policy, new things. I don't know whatever. Main thing is fear of failure. This scare. If we fail, our wasted money, everything will be wasted, right? This is the thing. Loss of status quo and job security also. Sometimes also, oh, if they bring the reward system, employees bring the reward system in the company, what will be happen? We will lose the jobs. Like, let's see AI, many work doing with the AI, so labor's reducing day by day. So this is a threat. Peer pressure also, yes. If somebody is bring the change, other will resist. Oh, how come? How come? What is everything is going on easy? Okay, I'm teaching one subject. Okay, I don't want to teach new subjects. It's hard for me. I have to learn many things again. Pressure. This okay, maybe in our disruptions of culture, tradition of group relations, also cultural matters, also personality conflicts, also maybe some are proactive, some person are reactive, lack of tax of the poor timing, also non-reinforcing reward system, also maybe companies also not giving high salary, right, and but asking them to more work. If, change always have to do more work, right? Maybe this is also resistance or to change factors. Here, career corner model of career readiness also. Here you can see career readiness competencies, knowledge, task-based, functional, computing, thinking, understanding the business, new media literacy, yeah. Other categories, resilience also, personal ability, self-awareness, openness to change. This is game because people close their mind. They don't want to bring the change. Okay, attitude, yes. Thinking, change the thinking, ownership, accepting responsibility, self-motivations, proactive learning orientation, showing commitment, positive approach, career management, if they want. Change your thinking first. Soft skills are decision making, also social intelligence, networking, some of are weak, or maybe we bring these type of skills. Okay, networking, emotional intelligence also. Then the core here, the critical thinking, problem solving, oral writing, communication, team collaborations, information technology application, leadership, professional work ethics, cross culture competencies. So these are the basically model of the career readiness. Career corner, managing your career readiness, apply self-affirmation theory and practicing. Let's this one by one. Here, career corner, applying self-affirmation theory. We have an innate need to, okay, why? We have an innate need to maintain a positive overall self-view. Okay, what causes us to close-minded about controversial topics, feedback about, you must think about it, understand? Why we are close-minded. According to the self-affirmation theory, we all possess a strong desire to maintain a global overall sense of self-integrity. We see, ask yourself, okay, when our positive self-view is threatened, we switch to self-proactive mode. We don't go, we just protect ours. We can maintain our self-view into two ways. Here is the basically two ways. Let's see. Here, two ways. You can see here. That's why I'm giving you the detail here in the below. So don't want to make you the confused. When our self-view is threatened, we naturally attempt to protect it, right? The key message of self-affirmation theory is don't fight the urge of affirm your self view in this situation, right? But rather work with it. Specifically, when you experience a threat to your self view, remind yourself that you can choose to respond. Self affirmations, such as the one listed above, are defined as a positive statement that impact your subconscious mind by drawing attention to your values, positive attitude away from negative self perception. Stay from the negative self-perception. Nothing will happen. Always motivate. Hope so. This change will bring the benefit for you and for the society, for the company as well. This is for the career. For the practice self-kindness, also remind yourself that you are not alone. Practice mindfulness mediation also. Yes, intervene to improve your career. This is just for your career code and apply self-affirmation theory, how to improve your career. This is for suggestions for you. Change, good for your self-change. It mean bring your self-change also. This slide motivating about this. That's all. That's all for today lecture. By the way, if there is any question, you can ask me or leave the comments. Thank you very much. See you in next topic and lecture. Bye bye.